Hey there, it's Tim Merlo. I have just, broken up with my girlfriend of 1 year today. And it just happened maybe like 10 minutes ago. And I'm just reflecting on what it means. In my life, I've experimented with every relationship style that there is. I've tried everything. And I think none of it really matters anymore. I think the only thing that matters is whether I feel like I love someone or not. And this is really hard because it was definitely a relationship out of love. With love, sorry, but the circumstances for our relationship, how we met, our conditions were basically impossible. But despite that, we just kept fighting. And this is the first time that I tried to have a baby. We tried for many months, which I was really shocked at. Everything in my life, basically, I guess, falsely made me believe that having a baby is easy. You just do it, then it happens. But that's not the reality, not at all. And I was really struggling with dealing with the poise, even though it's not like a terrible issue for me anymore. There's still the underlying aspects of it, trying to do that and have a baby and deal with the possible onset of it if I'm not maintaining myself. It was hard. And there was just so much pressure because we kept trying and it kept not happening. And nobody's ever told me that it would be hard, firstly. And secondly, nobody told me that when you fail, it feels just awful. It feels just so bad. And I didn't know how to deal with it. I just couldn't process it. A lot of emotions coming up. And unfortunately, sometimes I took that out on my partner. And she took it out on me, and we just ended up having too many issues that we couldn't figure out. So we definitely had love, but the circumstances, the things that happened, no, it was out of our control. I really just feel like, I'm in my early 40s now. I know that I've got the rest of my life. There's a quote that I read, I think. And it's not often I hear a quote that really changes your perception. Because, quotes are everywhere. But this one, it says that you spend more time in your life as an old man than a young man. And it's true. Your youth is pretty much as an adult, is from the age of 18 to say maybe 40. But then from 40 until you die, it's like maybe 40 years. So society teaches us to focus on being a young adult. And that's all we care about. We care about all the things that we do when we're young. Meeting someone, settling down, having children, having a career. All of that stuff, being rich, money, everything. But when you're older, things start to change, your perceptions change. your focus in life changes. You know, I just, at the moment, obviously maybe it's just because I've just broken up with this woman that I was in love with for a year, but I really just feel like maybe I just shouldn't be with anyone. And I definitely have a lot of personal problems that I've been suffering with for the last 4 years now that I never had before. Traumatic issues, severe problems, mental problems that I'm facing that are really, really deeply impacting my life, causing me a lot of problems that I didn't used to have. But I also am aware that I'm 40 something. And if I spend another 5 years or 10 years working on that stuff, it'll be too late for me to have a family or do any of that stuff realistically. I mean, I'm already kind of pushing it. I've long since left behind all of those things that you do in your 20s and 30s, all the kind of relationships that you might have, or most of the people I knew settled down in their 30s. But I didn't do that because I wanted to learn about relationships. And I guess the phrase is fucked around and found out a lot. Because I wanted to understand. I was looking at relationships more from a scientific point of view of educating myself rather than getting what I needed, and getting it locked down, as it were, getting married and all that. So it's almost as if it's not possible for me now. And while I could do it, I could definitely go out and meet someone. I have the skills, I have the knowledge, I have the experience. But the will is another thing, another matter. And I've got to tell you, after trying out all different relationship styles, after dating people from all over the world, the standard way of doing a relationship to me just seems really stupid. It seems like a terrible way to go. Why would anyone choose to do that and suffer with all the problems that come along with it when there's other ways to do things? But, because it's the only option for basically everyone, it's really hard to do anything but that. So it's like if I want to meet someone that ticks a lot of boxes, as it were, I have to settle for serial monogamy, which is the norm. And serial monogamy is just really, really sucky for having long-term success. It's just not very good. As the internet will tell you, all the men going on about marriage and divorce and all that stuff. So I'm kind of in a strange place now. It's like, what do I do as I enter into my older years, as I become an old man? Right now, I really just want to forget everything.